Hi there, I'd like to welcome you once again to my movie library. I hope you guys have enjoyed the videos that I'm doing recently, and I've been trying to keep pretty consistent. Now, that being said, I do these videos here in my library, but in order to upload them, I have to go into town. I have very low internet upload speeds here, pretty much at the dial-up rate. I do live more in the country, and not only is that, there's only one place where we could actually get our internet from. So we're hoping to move into the city in the next year and a half. So then it'll be way more consistent than it is right now. But I'm going to be trying to do video any times that I can. I'm going to be doing videos on a fairly regular basis. This week I've gotten out like about 4 videos, and I'm hoping to keep like 3 to 4 videos pace up within the in the near future. There's going to be a little break in between. Now you can still contact me through a comment on the video, or through my Instagram, which is charm007, in case you're not on my Instagram. I do talk to people through my Instagram as well, and that way, even though I'm not on here and I'm not doing my unboxings, you can get to see some of the stuff that I picked up, and pictures of my cats, and when I'm in really weird mood, wacky, unusual pictures of me. So if you're on Instagram, feel free to friend me, and I will follow you back. So tonight we got a few things to talk about. As usual, I'm going to start off with the way that I normally do. I'm going to look at my comment section, because there's been some great comments, and I want to thank you all so much for all the comments you made in the recently, because it has been fantastic. I can't type fast enough, and even though I type and I respond to you guys on there, I do like to look at my comment section there and give you like more of a hands-on response, basically a shout out, and we'll go from there. Now, there is one thing that I do have to say straight out. I was really wanting to avail of the Twilight Time sale. I had been really nervous about it, but I remembered actually the Code Red ones that I got from Screen Archives, and they actually came fairly quickly, and I didn't have any problems with them at all. Plus, someone else that I'll mention in the comment section, actually, portion of my video, kind of assuaged my fears about it. Now, that being said, unfortunately, due to some things that came up, I'm not going to be able to get like anything from that sale. At least not unless I get it in. It's come close to my birthday. Maybe in a couple weeks, if it's still going on. But it's not looking likely right now. I'm kind of sad, because I really wanted the Believers. I really wanted that close range, and there's a couple that actually really interested me that I'm not going to get now. I do have one coming for my birthday from a friend of mine, a good friend of mine. So that I'm really excited about. So at least I'm getting one Twilight Time come. And I apologize for people that were kind of looking forward to me doing the Twilight Time sale unboxing. I won't have that, but I do have some stuff that is coming from some different companies. I have a Shout Select that's on the way. There is, I think, a Kino one as well. And there's one that was on back order, but actually there's a Scream Factory one that I've been waiting on. And I was told that actually was getting sent out and coming actually next week. So we'll be looking at all that stuff and lots more. So let's go to the comment section portion of this video. I got collection stuff to show you guys tonight. We're going to talk about a lot of different things. We'll talk a little bit more about the sales and stuff like that have been going on. And I'll give you my thoughts on some different stuff. So again, guys, welcome back to the movie library. I'm so glad to have you guys here. Let's get to it. Hi there. So I've got my trusty little iPad on me right now, and we're going to look at some of the comments that were some comments made on the videos. I've commented on a lot of these, but I do like to do kind of a more personal touch here in my video. I find that's it's a nice little addition. Let me guys know if you like that, or if you think that's a little bit of a waste. But I do like to get the talk to you guys kind of one-on-one, get more hopefully personal with this here. So first off, Serial at Midnight, otherwise known as Heath, commented and said that he's out of all the sales there, he's kind of tempted on the Full Moon's Valentine's Day sale. Now that's one that I didn't talk about a lot. Now I know the Full Moon one has like 50% off almost all their titles, and the one that Heath is really interested in, and again, Serial at Midnight is the name of his channel, and I do recommend you sub to him and check that out. Is the Empire Pictures Blu-ray box set. It's it was originally about like 250. I think it's discounted down to 125. For me, that would be a little much, since I do have a few of the movies that are on the set. But Heath has mentioned here that if he was to get the rest of the movies there individually, like track them down and get them at the prices that he wanted to get them at, it would still cost him more than $125. So that's something to factor in when you're looking to get something from a sale. Like what's the price regularly, especially if it's a box set or something like that. Look at like okay, I'm going to pick this up. Is this something that I'm not going to see cheaper on its own in individual releases? Is this something that's really going to make that I'm really excited to get? My better half had like, we're doing up a Twilight Time list because I was about to order from some stuff from Twilight Time, and my gym came today. Actually, we've gotten like fairly serious and hopefully staying committed on eating healthy and working out. And good friends of mine, the Colettes, whose channel I do recommend that you check out, very great with stuff like that. So we've got the elliptical upstairs now, but that was good for the cardio, and we wanted to get like a gym. So a good deal came on for the total gym, like the platinum with the ab crunch editions and some of the other stuff. So that I'd almost forgotten that we'd ordered that, and that it was coming so quickly. So it came quickly. So that cut down on like the finances that I had to order from Twilight Time, but health. So it's good, it's a good trade-off. But we're looking at you, and I had like the way I normally do like a sale thing. And let me know if you guys ever do this. Is I will put everything that interests me slightly at all into my cart. Everything goes into the cart right away. Then I'll go to my cart and I'll slowly weed it out till I get the perfect group of what I want. Any arrow sale, that's how I always do that. And when we were doing the Twilight Time one, so I knew that I wanted Believers. I knew that Mississippi Mermaid was one that I was really interested in. And there was Scorpio with Elaine Delon was there. That one really interested me. Romeo's Bleeding is a movie that I really like. I'm a big fan of Gary Oldman, and I'm a huge fan of Roy Schneider. So seeing those two, that was tempting. And of course, At Close Range was one I was looking at. But at the end of the day, I wasn't able to pick up anything because I remembered that I just, I had back ordered something as well, and that was coming. I'm not sure why one of them got stuck because it's been in stock for a while, but I do have a Scream Factory one, and it was in stock. Just for some reason, I'm not sure if the order, because it was through Amazon, so it should have got processed. Normally, I go through Amazon, it gets processed right away, or if it's out of stock, then they'll let me know when it comes in, and they'll basically let me know it's ready, shipping and for order, or it's on the way type of thing. So this one was, I think there was whatever the mix-up happened. It got sent out, and it got sent out today. So they said it's going to be here by Wednesday. So excellent, but that pretty much cut the order completely. And I do have my birthday coming up, so I want to not order too much because I want to have money left to get that stuff. I want to get the indicator stuff for my birthday. I really do. And if I buy too much, it's going to cut in to what I want to get for my birthday. So hopefully there's some surprises that she has me for my birthday. Speaking of which, Movie Mac asked me if when he sends me something, if I'll give him a shout, if I'll unbox it on air, if I'll give him like a shout out type of thing. Of course. Any time that anybody sends me anything, that's an automatic, unless they say, if I get like a note or a message saying that they'd prefer not to have their name said, or like not have the unboxing done on the channel, then I won't do it. But normally, if somebody sends me something, that's a big deal to me. That means a lot. That means a lot to me. So yeah, that's an automatic unboxing on my channel. That is a definite shout out, and that is your name in that title thing. So it's not just unboxing. It's the Movie Mac unboxing. It's the whoever unboxing. So that's hopefully that straightened that away. So there we go. See what we got here next. Okay. So, okay, this is really interesting, actually. So, Darren Hartley said that he just found out that Death Weekend is getting a release there in Sweden. Uncut release. So, first time it's uncut release in Scandinavia. Uncut version, censorship records. So, wow, I did not know. So, Death Weekend is actually a Exploitation film. It was done here in Canada. Whenever you think of like a genre movie, like horror, thriller, a type of thing that was done in, like, shot in Canada, especially around the 70s, 80s era, that's like what I consider Exploitation. And being Canadian, I'm actually really proud of a lot of those movies. That's why I ended up getting Kathy's Curse from Severin. It's aside from like wanting it in a decent edition, it's cool to have Exploitation. So congratulations on Death Weekend. If I remember that one, that's actually a pretty good one. I did like that one. And he actually mentions that 88 Films was intending to release Uli Lomo's Boogeyman 2, aka Revenge of the Boogeyman, in its original version. But no news has appeared on that since. And that's a real shame, because I'm a huge fan of the first two Boogeyman films, especially the second one. And both of them are insane. But in the second one, a person legitimately gets, attacked by toothpaste. There's the movie makes no sense, and I enjoy it so much more because of that fact. I'm not gonna lie to you, I love movies that are like kind of crazy like that. So Boogeyman, whatever company puts out Boogeyman 2 in a special edition, that company has my money, because I am definitely getting that film. So hey there, Darren, and thanks for letting me know. I actually find it really fascinating to find out about like what movies were banned or censored in other countries. That's why I'm so interested in like the UK Video Nasties documentaries that are out there, and why I always grab them up and again. Ah, yes. So this guy knows a lot about the martial arts thing. I think he should be like, you should get in touch with, if you know Leroy Green. So Grandmaster Gav 86. I'm guessing you watch Leroy Green's channel, or you know Leroy Green is, because he's really big into the martial arts stuff, like you are. You definitely know your stuff here. So he was actually talking about, he said he loves Kung Fu films, and the Game of Death 2 has phenomenal action. Way of Death was released before Enter the Dragon. Yeah, it was. Now, did it get a re-release after Enter the Dragon? I'm guessing they probably wanted to cash in a bit. I'd have to look into that. You probably actually know more about that than I do. And I know you and Leroy know your stuff when it comes to this here. And actually, he goes into in depth a little bit farther, because Mark Jones here mentioned that he didn't think there was a Game of Death 2 because of the fact that I guess Bruce Lee had passed on. But yeah, they did do a Game of Death 2, but it was without Bruce Lee, and he actually mentions it here. So it stars Kim Tae. I'm going to massacre the name, so I apologize. Kim Tae Hung, who in part doubled Bruce, who had already died, for the completion of Game of Death, and was sold to the executives on the back of false info regarding extra Lee footage. So it was worked on by a plethora of Hong Kong talent: Yo Wo Ping, Yun Kwao, To Wei Wu, featuring Yun Bo. Bolo Young, right? Yun Bo is Bolo Young. I think that's because that's his. I think Bolo Young is his like Americanized name here in because he did a few different movies. He did a really cool one where he played like a serial killer. I think it was a Cynthia Rothrock one, by the way. Brady Young. There's just a bunch of people here that he talks about, and if you look through my comment section, he actually has really interesting comments on the Game of Death. And a lot of people actually, I got to say, when I talk about the Game of Death movies, there's people that are actually bigger fans of the non-Bruce Lee Game of Death, the sequel, Game of Death 2, because of the action, because of the people that are behind it, more so than they are in Game of Death 1, which was more of like a film that kind of like had to be completed. Like Bruce Lee was partially in it, and he wasn't completely in it. So Game of Death is usually considered the least or the lesser of the Bruce Lee movies, to the point where the Game of Death 2, which doesn't include Bruce Lee, actually is considered a better film than Game of Death by pretty much by far. If anybody like disagrees with that, feel free to, because that's just my opinion, and from what I've heard from some people I know that are really probably know a lot more about that stuff than I do. And you guys out there that are watching this may know a lot more and be able to say, no, Game of Death is better because I like this, and this, and those I welcome that. But again, I'm great stuff. Tummy Films. That's who it was. He actually said, so he's got like about, I think he got over 70 Twilight times. Lives in Canada. I said not to worry about the. So if you live in Canada, don't worry about that. The extra $45 thing, that big red banner. That's there all the time. But Tummy Films is in Canada. Has ordered several times from Screen Archives, as throughout the sales and all that. Always gets stuff come. Has had over 70 titles coming from Twilight Time from Screen Archives. So that's good enough for me. When I hear somebody that's had that much consistency, that definitely means that I will definitely be ordering in a Screen Archive sale in the future. Their shipping is a bit better here now than it was. It's still not great, but it's not bad actually. It's not bad. I rag on them about their shipping a lot, but it's less now than it was when I lived in Newfoundland, definitely by far. My dad was actually going to get Count Yorga, but he ended up not picking it up because it cost more to get it there than it would be right here. Oh, Ken Carlson, but the Idea Stone script was rewritten. Yeah, I talked about that yesterday actually. And by the way, I'm pretty sure that Yodowarski is spelled wrong in my comment response there. So yeah, and Ken also asked me, do I think that Arrow will put out the Russ Meyer set on Blue? I wish, Ken. I really, really wish that they would. Unfortunately, the biggest problem and the reason you haven't seen more Russ Meyer out isn't because the Russ Meyer films wouldn't be popular or wouldn't be ones that would sell. In fact, I think they'd sell really well, maybe even faster and better than the Herschel Gordon Lewis set did. Remember that big set? That really expensive one? That sold it really, really fast. And then you had the other big set, which I got just up there, right there. But the thing is that the estate of Russ Meyer, they've been really, really tight-fisted about the rights to the Russ Meyer films. Really bad about it. They sell some on their own site, I think. You might want to check to see, like, on their own site. I think they're fairly expensive. I haven't looked into it in a while, but I got kind of put off that they actually, like, the Arrow lost the rights, and I'm surprised that they got the rights to the one that they did. But that one, I think, was outside of the grasp of like the Russ Meyer estate. But from what I've heard, the Russ Meyer films, unfortunately, unless something really changes with the estate, like unless they need some money or somebody else, that the estate goes into somebody else's hands, the likelihood of getting a Russ Meyer Blu-ray set is unlikely. Now, that being said, this is one of these cases, and I'm going to say this right now, Ken, and to everybody out there, that I hope that they completely prove me wrong, and next month they're saying like there's a Russ Meyer set coming in October or something like that, or December. I've got the Russ Meyer, like the DVD set, but I would definitely, if they put extra features and did a brand new set, that would be a day when that would be a certain buy for me to get those Russ Meyer films. Now, I love the films, and I love my set, and I watched the next bit of it, actually. Some films I watch more than others, the ones that I really like, ones that stand out to me. Cherry, Harry Markel, Vixen was one that I saw a lot. But yeah, it would be a dream to get like a big, like that collector set is amazing. If you can get your hand on that set, it's a great DVD set. It is. I know it's DVD. It's not Blu-ray, but it is a great set. There's some great features on it. But I would, like many people, I kill for Blu-ray that. Mark Stewart. So, 88 Films, Splatter University is the title that you wanted to get. I'd recommend it. There's actually 2 movies on Splatter University. Splatter University is fun. It's cheesy. Know that it's really super cheesy going in. It's not one of the better like slasher films, but it's a fun little film. It's bad. It's really bad, but it's bad in a good way. He said there's a second bonus. He has a second bonus. I said that. So there, I'm actually reading my stuff. I said Sweet 16. I would kill for Sweet 16. Guys, my birthday's coming up. If anybody wants to get me Sweet 16, it's a slasher movie that I've wanted for a long time. I would much appreciate it because some things came up, and there were certain things I'd planned on ordering, which I'm not going to get to order right now. But enough of the begging portion of my video. Let's go on with this. Yeah, definitely I recommend Just Before Dawn. That's one I need to. That's a really good one. Ken Carlson, be sure to pick up Severance Count Dracula with Lee and directed by Jess Franco. Your favorite Franco film. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be honest with you, Ken. It's not my favorite Franco. Actually, I don't know what my favorite Franco is. He's done so many movies. I would have to rewatch Count Dracula again. Did I get another comment? I think I did. But there's such a good cast in Count Dracula. I did not get into it the last time I watched it. I watched it, and I watched Vampire Lesbos with Saul de Miranda the next night, and I was really more into Vampire Lesbos. It was maybe it just hit me at the wrong time. The fact that that this is your favorite Franco film, and I've talked to you like a lot on here, and I do respect your opinion. I definitely will go in and rewatch, give kind of fresh eyes to Count Dracula and see if I get it. I want to make sure that I watch it and kind of soak it in, because usually if I give something another look, then I can always find more that's into it. And it may have just been the time that I watched it too, just to let you know. So. Tim Hayes, what the hell is the name of the movie? Yeah, last night. I can't believe it. The Chinese Connection, Chinese Connection, Chinese Connection. But I'm I was so confused with Fists of Fury and Fists of Fury. Why did they do that? Why would you name your movie titles so similar and then give them alternate titles? And just saying, man. So, oh yeah, Amazon is usually cheaper here in the U.S. for Scream Show Factory titles. Tim Hayes said, so I'm not alone on that. So yeah, and the title that I do have coming is a Scream Factory title, and I could I could let you wait and find out what it is. You're gonna find out anyway. But I've been wanting to get Hell Night for a long time, and I've had that one. I'm not sure. I thought the order had gone through, but it just went through tonight. But it's one I'm really looking forward to. There's a ton of features on that Scream Factory Hell Night edition, by the way. If you're a fan of the film, or even if you're not, if you're a fan of features, you're going to like that. I'm really excited. It's not the greatest slasher movie in the world, but I dig it. It's one that I do dig and that I've been wanting for a while. Anytime I get some extra Linda Blair in my collection, I love the Linda Blair. What can I say? All right, Movie Mac, another one. Excellent. So it likes my 88 films collection. The only 88 film one you have is Creepshow 2, and then the Arrow release came out as a special edition. And you have the Arrow edition too. See, isn't that the way that it always happens? You're like, okay, no, I'm going to wait. No, man, this is a good release. I'm picking up this release. No better release is coming out next week. Oh, look, there's a new release. That happens to me all the time. When I was looking through the... where's it at? I'm a huge Charles Bronson fan. And when I was looking at the Twilight Time stuff, I don't want to belabor a point. I have this set here. So my camera just went blank on me for a second. So I have this set here. And I want to upgrade all of these movies. I have 10 to Midnight. But the one that I was looking at getting, because he had it on there, was this one right here. Murphy's Law. So I said I'd wait on it because I had a copy of it, but I really wanted this one. And I looked on the DVD thing of it, and it said it mentioned a commentary. Now I know that the Twilight Time edition has a commentary, and just so you guys know, I'm a huge Charles Bronson fan. This would be I would pick this over At Close Range or any of the other titles because I'm a huge Charles Bronson fan. And I have 2 Twilight Time Charles Bronsons in my collection, and I want more. They do a great job, the Charles Bronson stuff. I think I missed out on the Stone Killer, so that one I'll get through Indicator. That's okay. Hopefully this one as well, because the commentary is not on this edition. That kind of peeves me. I thought it was. Damn. Haven't seen Congetti in a while. I might watch that. That's definitely a different film. I like that one though. So where am I? Of course, this here thing kind of closed up on me a bit. But yeah, but if you known that Arrow had been releasing it, you would have saved your money for the, and wouldn't have bought that one. We bought a different one. So yeah, so they're both good editions. Arrow is a superior edition in my opinion. I don't have the Arrow edition, but I know people that do have it. So tomorrow you're receiving your first Severin title. So which one did you get your first? Oh, it's Threads with the lenticular cover. Okay. Grindhouse Video Tampa. I hear a lot of good stuff about that company. I don't know if they sell to Canada and what their shipping is like. So if I have any Canadian viewers on here that have bought from Grindhouse Video Tampa, and you know what their what the speed, the shipping, all that's like, definitely let me know. I'm actually really interested in finding that out. So you're not sure. You hear there's some pretty graphicness in Threads, so you're not quite sure if you get through the whole movie, but you're going to try. Threads. I'm trying to remember. Threads, is that one kind of like we had one here in North America called The Day After. And I'm pretty sure Threads is another one of those nuclear holocaust films, right? I'm actually going to look because I don't want to seem too dunce on here. I'm pretty sure I saw Threads a long time ago. But and if it's a Severin one, then yeah, it's got to be that nuclear holocaust film. Who put that out? Was that the UK that put that out? Is that a UK film? Yeah. Young lovers Ruth and Jimmy decide to get married after Ruth unexpectedly gets pregnant. A nuclear attack destroys a NATO base 24 miles from Sheffield. Good cast. Rita May's in this one. Sorry, I got distracted. But yes, Threads. I don't remember how like intense that one is. I know that at that time there were movies coming out like Threads, The Day After, and some of them got pretty harsh and pretty real when it came to the effects of like nuclear war on humans, on the human body. They were trying to scare the hell out of us back then. It was still Cold War days. And I grew up around that time, so this was like still before before Gorbachev and Reagan and the whole breaking down the wall and all that stuff. It still amazes me to this day that that I lived through those times, like those that like my kids can ask me, like, you know, what were you doing and where were you when certain like events happen. Like I would ask my grandparents about like World War II or stuff like that. There's certain things like I'm getting older, and there's all these events now that like they're learning about in the history books. This will happen to you guys too that are younger. Hopefully that they're gonna be asking you questions down the road about stuff like, oh, where were you when this happened? But yeah. Anyway, I got distracted. So I want to do look into another collection one, and what I'm going to show you guys tonight. Well, you're going to have to wait, but you're not going to have to wait long. I'm going to have to wait a while because I'm going to get my collection stuff out, show you guys some stuff, and it'll be fun. We'll do some neat stuff. Thank you guys so much for being down here with me tonight. What else would I do without you guys? You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. The comment section keeps me happy, keeps me warm at night, and with my better half going away after the weekend for 2 weeks, it's gonna be very lonely in the Aaron Cave here. So look forward to hopefully talking to more of you guys. And remember, you can get me on Instagram too. I'm there, and you see all kinds of stuff. My cave is like the movie library as it got kind of bigger, and the start of the movie library, my kids, my cats, lots of my cats. If you're a cat person, definitely check out my Instagram. And I don't do the obviously, if you know my Instagram, I don't do the normal selfies. So it's usually something twisted, like I did one kind of like last scene of fan footage type of thing, of a fan footage movie, or me, selfie looking like a corpse type of thing. That's the type of weird stuff that you get out of my stuff here. I'll be right back, guys, and we'll look into one of my collections. Which one? Even I don't know. So remember the other day when I talked about Pacific Rim, I said my better half's a huge fan. So we got the 3D version of Pacific Rim here somewhere as well, but we also have this edition right here. Yeah, this is one of the Jaggers from the original, the limited edition Blu-ray, DVD, digital one, because she liked the cool box, so she needed to have this one as well, the Gypsy Danger collector's case. This is an HMV exclusive, and I guess that's really cool to have now, especially since there is no longer an HMV around here. But it is a cool edition, so thought I'd show you guys that. Now let's get to the collection. So first off, I thought we'd take a quick look at some of my stuff here before I looked at quite into the collection. So I'm keeping you in suspense for a little bit, just for a tiny bit. I got asked recently how many 4Ks do I have like in my collection. So I only started collecting 4Ks back around December. So I've got 34 4Ks in my collection right now, and one TV series as well. So I think there's only a couple shows on TV shows out in 4K right now. I got Westworld because it was part of, like, I'm collecting a lot of Nolan stuff, and I still need to get Prestige, but there's been 34 so far. So first off, I wanted to show you guys my my Arrow collection, but not just any part of my Arrow collection. Kind of the start of my Arrow collection. How it all started with some cool DVDs. So we're gonna look into that first, and then got some other stuff that I want to show you. But that's first. Now, one of the reasons I like to do these kind of like smaller collections at a time, I find, is that I get to get more in depth and talk about stuff a bit more. So one of the first ones that I ever picked up was this one right here, Tenebrae. Obviously, since then I've got the new Blu-ray edition of Tenebrae from Arrow. I also, thanks to a good friend of mine, James, I also got the Steelbook Synapse version of Tenebrae, which I never would have been able to get if it wasn't for him. So again, thank you so much, James, for that one. This is the first edition of Tenebrae that I had. I don't think I had. Did I have? Yeah, I had one on VHS or something like that, I think. But I think it was a cut version called Insane. But again, I'm a huge fan. I love the way these boxes were done. Just look at this. So originally they were done with these here, like kind of these slip boxes. They don't do these anymore. You'd have like 4 different covers that you could choose from. There'd be like there'd usually be a booklet and a poster on the inside. So that wasn't just for like collector's editions. This was pretty much a lot the way they were done standard-wise. They did a lot of these slipcase things. I'm a huge Tenebrae fan. It's one of my favorite movies. Another favorite of mine, Pieces, which again I've got the Grindhouse releasing edition of this now, but I still love this here edition. This is pretty gory looking cover. I do enjoy it. You don't have to go to Texas for a Chainsaw Massacre. There's a ton of features on here. Again, like there was like a I think there's a poster in here as well for Pieces, so that was actually kind of cool. Slaughter High was one of the very first that I picked up. One of the covers I was actually disappointed in was the cover for Slaughter High. Both versions of the cover I actually am not a big fan of. But I don't have the Vestron edition yet. A couple of people asked me if I got that or if I'm going to get it. Down the road, I hope to. It's a bit expensive. One of the biggest ones was Savage Streets. Like you guys know, I'm a huge Linda Blair fan. I'm actually really excited about the Hell Knight, even though that's somewhat of her... She doesn't have the nude scene in Hell Knight, but still, it's a fun movie. And Savage Streets is one that I'd wanted for a long time. This is a really great edition, by the way. And this one means a lot to me for many reasons. It's Beyond Reanimator. Again, like many times I mentioned, I got to meet Jeffrey Combs. I totally geeked out, and my better have had to talk to him for the first few minutes because I was a total fanboy. But he got, as you can see, he signed it. He signed the poster on the inside of it as well. He actually had not seen this edition before and was really kind of excited about it. So let's look at the other ones as well. Alright, and next up is Christmas Evil. Again, I have the Vinegar Syndrome edition of this as well, but I really love the case, and I love Arrow stuff, so I had to grab that one. I have Sleepless, Argento. I actually like this Argento film. I think it's underrated when it comes to the Argento giallos. Probably one of the last really, really good ones. One that, this is not a great film, but I love the cover. The Card Player. Again, it's okay. Two Evil Eyes with the late great George Romero, along with the fantastic Dario Argento. I almost blanked on that, guys. Look, my mind is going again tonight. I have to. I got to get some pills to get my memory going up. I got to start looking at the memory foods. That's what we got to do. So, Terror at the Opera. Again, I want to see Arrow put out a great edition of this one. I want this one on Blu-ray. I know that I think there's one. Is it Code Red or somebody that has this one out? But I want like an Arrow big deluxe box set edition of this film. It's one of my favorites. I had this one on VHS back in the day, and it was such a cool movie. Of course, there is the Stendhal syndrome. It's not for everybody. It does get a little bit rapey, but I do like this movie. I'm a huge fan of Isaiah Argento, and obviously, for that reason alone, I want to completely choke the life out of Harvey Weinstein. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Now, okay, there it is. There's the title. But we're going to call it, for this channel, the title that it should have been called, Blue Movie Blackmail. Actually, that title suits much better. The gorgeous Stephanie Beacham is in this, and yes, she has many nude scenes, and that is not why I got it. No, okay, maybe just a little. And of course, there's the other one by Massimo Dallamano that I got here, is The Night Child. Not a lot to say about that one. Not a lot to say about the next one either, right? Island of Death, and that is, it is a unique film. I don't want to get knocked off. I want to get like a ding on my channel, so we're not going to talk too much about it. Goat scene, insanity. And you're going to see this one's kind of different. Look, it has actual color. It's not just the white one. Actually, I was kind of like disappointed at first. But this is, of course, Reform School Girls. I'm a huge fan of this one. And that's Linnea Quigley, if memory serves me correct. Because I'm pretty sure she's in this one here. Is it Linnea Quigley? Are you in this one? I'm like, did I get it wrong? I know Wendy Williams is in this one. Sybil Danning's in this one. I know that for sure. So you're not Linnea Quigley. Okay. That's not, but looks amazingly like Linnea Quigley right there. Not her, looks like her. If it is her and I'm totally wrong, like, oh my God, she wasn't it, then well, we'll just pretend that I was testing you guys to figure out if you guys knew. Yeah, that's it. So there's just a couple more to show you guys now. A couple box sets. This one I actually did a little video on recently. It was just a short, like 2 or 3 minute video, basically to see if I could still upload videos from my home. And like I mentioned earlier, that took a long time, but that is my Aerodrome Gates of Hell trilogy set. City of the Living Dead, The Beyond, House by the Cemetery. I have all these on Blu-ray now. I think I got them all. Do I still have City of the Living Dead on Blu-ray? I don't think I do. I think I still need to get that one. But again, I love these. Claude Chabrol, you know, the French Hitchcock. I'm a big fan of his work. There's a lot of good films on here. The one I watched most recently, let's see. All right. Okay, La Femme Infidèle. La Femme Infidèle. Elaine's predatory needs are causing problems in her marriage. Believing that his wife may be cheating on him, Charles, played by Michael Bouquet, I'm not sure. I'm totally messing that up. Hires a private detective. When his worst fears are confirmed, Charles confronts her lover in this tale of betrayal and murder. Really, really good, actually. I liked it. It's got a very abrupt ending, but you kind of expect that with a lot of these films. This was actually a really cool set. Sorry about that. And that is the X Rental Collection. So you got Maniac Cop on here, which I also have the Blu-ray of by Synapse. Cheerleaders also has 2 movies, so Revenge of the Cheerleaders is in that one. You see Penitentiary, which also recently came out from Vinegar Syndrome. I probably will upgrade that one down the road. This one actually has Penitentiary 2, also came out with Vinegar Syndrome recently. And of course, the classic McBain. I'm a huge fan of James Glickenhaus, and I'm pretty sure Wishwash may be a fan of James Glickenhaus, and he didn't do McBain. I think he did though. There's James Cook next to McBain, right? Yeah. So there's a few Glickenhaus films that I still have to get, but that one there, I'm slowly getting them all. And the set that that I would love to see get a Blu-ray edition is this one right here, the Russ Meyer collection. This is an amazing set. So just so you guys can see the side of it, I'm just going to scroll up really, really slow so you can see the names of the movies. So it's like a text crawl. So in case you didn't get that, The Memorial Mr. Tease and Eve and the Handyman, Wild Gals of the Naked West, Black Snake, Europe and the Raw, Lorna, Mudhoney, Faster Pussycat Kill Kill, Motorcycle, Good Morning and Goodbye, Mondo Topless, Cherry, Harry and Raquel, Common Law Cabin, Pandora Peaks, Finders, Keepers, Lovers, Weepers, Vixens, Super Vixens, Up and Beneath the Valley of the Ultra Vixens. A lot of stuff, and in case you're wondering what type of features is in the set, if you ever get the chance to get it, there's a huge booklet in here, audio commentary on Faster Pussycats Kill Kill by the Pussycats. There's also audio commentaries by Russ Meyer on Vixens, Super Vixens, Beneath the Valley of the Ultra Vixens, and Faster Pussycat Kill Kill. There's a Vixen featurette, Erica Gavin, who starred in Vixen. There's a photo album on her. Featured on Kitty Natividad. Interview with Kitty Natividad. I said Kitty before, didn't I? Interview with Russ Meyer by Jonathan Ross. And that's an episode of Jonathan Ross's show that he had on at the time, which is really, really good. Feature with Raven Delcroix, Go Pussycat Go featurette, and a trailer reel. And I think there's actually some more Easter egg stuff on there, so that's a lot of stuff. Alright, so there we go. I had not planned, and maybe I chose, to actually make a video again tonight. I planned not to make another video this week. The last night's was going to be the last one for the week, and I was going to start like fresh when I got some new stuff come in. But I have to say, I do like the podcast format that I'm doing with these videos, or vlogcasts, however you want to call them. I'm actually seriously considering making an actual podcast, something like an audio one as well, to go along with my with this here. Maybe sometime I could have like eventually have some guest stars on it. Some of my friends, some people I know, my kids, my better half, that type of thing. That's down the road. And that would be like an audio type of thing that would eventually hopefully go on like iTunes or somewhere like that, just for fun. Because I talk a lot, and that tends to be the so far that hasn't been my downfall, but you never know. But I do. That's something that I'm actually very interested in doing. I'm looking into that and like what I would need to actually get that done, and to get it done on a regular manner, like basically do like a kind of a weekly type of podcast, or at least like 2 to 3 times a month type of podcast type of thing to go along with these videos. These videos would not stop. I would still be doing these videos here as well, because this is my my first love when it comes to this here. When it comes to the formats, I love doing these here videos, and the reason this video is coming up tonight, which I'm hoping you guys like, is really honestly because of you guys, because of the comments that I got, because of the amazing responses that I've got from so many great people on here. And I was off for a bit, and I was honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was worried that, you know, maybe I got a bit forgotten since I went off. Maybe people weren't like weren't remembering or got on to other channels type of thing, which, you know, there's so many great channels out there that oh, my kitty cat's coming, oh no, hey you, I know, but no, but the overwhelming response and the views on the videos and stuff like that that came recently, but mostly the comments that I got in the comment section, and the things that everybody said has been fantastic. I love getting comments. I love being able to come on here. I love to respond to you through keyboard. I also love to be able to come on here and talk to you guys, and like to actually out and say, like, you know, talk about stuff. If you somebody that wouldn't like to be your name said during like the comment section, just let me know, and I won't mention it in my my video comments when I do that. But I do like to give you guys the recognition that you deserve, because you take the time out of your day to watch my video. You take the time to make comments, and sometimes several comments on a video, especially when I make a video that's 97 minutes long. Super props for that. But you guys are the reason that I'm here making these videos right now and making like extra videos. More videos are getting out now because of you guys, because it blows me away, and I'm very humbled by that fact. So when you guys comment, when Tim or James or Mark or Movie Mac or Heath or any of you guys, or Leroy Green or Tummy Films, like, and all you new guys that have started commenting, that also, it's really cool, like, to find all these new channels that I'm finding. Just so much. And over the next couple of weeks, it's going to be pretty quiet here. So it's always great to hear from you guys, and it's always great to know that that the channel matters, that you guys actually are enjoying this little ramble of mine. And sometimes not a ramble, sometimes it's actually very specifically like thought up of, okay, I want to talk about this point, this point, and this point, and we'll just see how we get there along the way. So unless it's a visual essay, not scripted, but I know the points that I want to get to, and let's get to them. Let's together. And with that being said, let's go over and look at something else before I go. I'm going to bring you over, get you a little bit more look into another part of my movie library. My kitty needs a pet. I'll be right back. Alright, so one of the most requested parts of my room that people usually want to look at is this here. It's where I have all these like box sets and stuff like that. So basically, it's kind of dark here. I need to really get a light to put in here that I like to really show you guys. So this is just a quick overview of it. You're not going to see it very well, but I will, I promise you guys that I've been asked about this here section, these here box sets and stuff like that. So I will be doing kind of like a bigger look into that stuff and into those. So there's a lot of different stuff that I got to look at. As you can see, like there's there's the Saints stuff. You can see that. You can see my old Star Trek ones, which I'm slowly getting the Blu-rays of. If you saw over there, I know it was kind of dark, but I had like the Walking Dead, basically the first 4 seasons anyway, on Blu-ray, and I got the big box, the big collector's edition sets for seasons 2, 3, and 4. Some of my favorite seasons actually, and Twilight Zone. I have both the Twilight Zone original and the 80 series, and recently when I was up in Ottawa, I was able to get the 2000 series with Forrest Whitaker. That was actually a big happy point for me, because I completed my Twilight Zone until Jordan Peele comes out with his new one. So that's a few of the stuff that, few of the things that I wanted you guys to see right now. We'll look into more of this stuff down the road. I got my complete red-green set. So if there's anything you guys want to see more in depth, or you just want me to do a video on, if it's a collection, if it's a company, if it's a certain set, then definitely just let me know. Glasses. So here we go, another night, another look into my movie library. You guys have joined me once more, and I want to thank you so much for that. There are so many different things to look at and to explore and to see, from my movies to my Creature from the Black Lagoon Funko. I love these things. I need more Funkos in my collection, don't I, guys? These Pop Funkos. A lot of people are really into those. There's just a few that I got. Just by a few, I mean like 2 or 3 or 4 type thing. I'm not like some people got like whole walls of them, and I'm like, wow, that's really cool. I buy movies so much that I don't think that I could actually go and get like Funkos in that. I just can't add another thing to my collection. If I did, my better half would probably just disown me. That would be that would be it. Doctor Who stuff up here as well. But yeah, there's different stuff that we can look into. I got stuff coming. I got a lot more things that I want to do, that I want to show you guys. For everybody out there that has a channel, again, comment if you haven't and you're watching this video, and you just comment in the comment section down below and let me know about your channel or a channel that you're watching that you think is really good, and I will get to it, and I will be able to talk and let other people know about these channels, some of these that you think are kind of flying under the radar. Because there are a lot of us here, that's what we're doing. We're doing the best we can. We're passionate about what we do, and we're just flying under that radar. And if anything I can do to help you guys get more notice in my little channel, That's one of the things I'm here for. It's one of the best parts of being able to do something like this, is the back and forth with you guys, and just being able to talk, and just being here, and just having some fun with it. So tonight, guys, I've rambled on a little bit more than I normally want to ramble on, but thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate all the comments, and all the comments that are coming in that comment section right there, down below, right there. See? If you ever wondered if I am Canadian, if I'm from Newfoundland, I just said right there. I could have added boy onto the end of that and been like super Newfoundland, but yes, I'm Newfoundland. You know, even though I may not talk like the guys from the Outhouse, which is a really cool comedy channel you should check out, then I'm very much from Newfoundland, but I'm an expat in a way now. I'm here in Nova Scotia. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great evening. Again, for joining me in the movie library, much appreciation. So right now it's it's time for tea. Have a great weekend, guys.